Welcome everybody. We are back for another Crime Alley cast. You thought we were gone. Shows you what you know. But I'm Josh Shores and I got my buds here, Costly and DuBois. Costly, what's up?
I hope nobody was happy we were gone.
Nobody was happy.
But yeah.
All right, that's what's up. DuBois, what's up?
I'm here.
He's
I'm
here.
here. I'm ready to do an episode. Let's
Yeah,
go.
Let's go.
Hello.
DuBois, what's up, man?
Welcome back. Not much, man. Just hanging out, chilling,
Just hanging out.
doing some things.
We talked about it a little bit
Doing some
before
big
we
things.
set up about what we're going to talk about today. And I think we're going to do like a little bit of a baby recap of kind of like what's been going on. Like what's been going on. So Costly, what's been going on with you since we've been on a little hiatus?
We've had like the two different sieges that we were doing the tournaments on. So like those were big, during the little break that we had. I did horribly. I think I was in the last place team on both of those.
Who was your team again?
So the first one was Kale and Hawkeye, and then the second one was Loot and Pingzo.
You got
And,
fourth place in that one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Because yeah. But besides that, I've been playing Raid as usual.
No, that doesn't sound like you.
And then I started an alt for DCL because I wanted to start one on Android.
Okay.
Where like I could kind of mess around with like the Tapjoy offers and like kind of be almost a little more free with it, you know. So I got like bugs flying on the other big bugs. It's July. You go away. Okay. It's June bugs.
Okay. Okay.
But
Hold on, bro. You got June bugs flying around your computer. I'll freak out, bro. Like,
anyways. So yeah, I started a DCL alt on Android, so I could take advantage of the offers and everything. It's been pretty fun. It was nice to spend like $10 and get 120,000 gems. That was real nice. So yeah, I've been doing that, and then beyond that, Sea of Thieves had a big Pirates of the Caribbean update. I've been playing that, and then Escape from Tarkov just wiped. So, and I jumped back into comics in the meantime. So
I know I'm trying to get back in.
Yeah, I jumped in with Infinite Frontier, and we'll be talking more about that in probably future episodes and stuff. But yeah, I've been really enjoying what DC's doing right now. So,
DuBois, what about you, man? What's been going on, bud?
just same old. Just working. My dog had surgery.
Yeah.
If you guys,
Her poor ear.
So. Poor ear. She's a German Shepherd, so her ears are supposed to be up like this and like down like that. So it's kind of a bummer. But yeah, just been playing a really good DC game. Has been a breath of fresh air. It's like a really good.
Tell them what game. You're the #1 streamer for that game. Tell us about it real quick.
It's
one streamer with one stream on record. Like we just
he's got 3 streams. 3 streams on record. DC Battle Arena.
It's fun.
It's like a multi online battle arena style game. Right, that's what it's called. Multiplayer online battle arena.
Sure.
But it's basically 3v3v3 or 3v3 or 2v2v2. They got a couple different game modes that you can play there. It's just launching, so the roster's still relatively small. There's only 17 characters at the moment, which is kind of again, I use the phrase breath of fresh air. It's kind of nice having only 17 characters to try to choose from instead of 160 plus. And they have like all the things that we want.
Yeah.
All the things that you could want in a DC related game or like a friend play with friends game. They have it.
Yeah, that's what I've been noticing because I've been playing it and the game's tons of fun, but it's I find the most like I will say like if I were to play it by myself, maybe I might get a little bit bored just because it's a little bit repetitive, some of the game modes and like the same takedown. But what's fun is when you play with like 2 other friends. and then you're just laughing the whole time, having tons of fun playing. And there's so many different game modes to play that it's just like you can literally play for a few hours and not even notice it. It goes by so fast.
Well, so we joked about the having a couple streams on record, right? Two of the streams are 4+ hours.
Yeah, it's fun
of just playing that game, right?
So yeah, if you're interested in seeing it, because I played it as well, it's really fun. I have one stream with me playing a little bit, but DuBois has multiple hours. If you wanted to go see that in his VODs, as well as we may have to do, because there's 3 of us and it's a 3v3v3 game mode in there. We might have to just do like an episode or something. Not an episode, but like record some gameplay of us playing together.
That'd be fun.
There you go.
But
Also,
I also endorse this game. It's
a lot of fun. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's again, if you're a DC fan, you're gonna have fun with it and get the characters and I mean, well, wait. I gotta ask you a question, DuBois, and let's see if you're gonna be honest about it.
Yep.
What's the spending like? What kind of money have you dropped in this game so far? Because every time I've looked, you have like 6,000 purple gems, which is like the currency in the game.
Okay, so the game economy is actually extremely friendly to free to play. Basically, it's one of those games where you can compete in any of the game modes free. Like you don't have to spend any money.
Right.
If you want to advance your roster quickly, you can drop some money and then you can advance it quickly.
The money saves time rather than unlocks characters and such. Like
exactly.
Like you would get everything for free.
You could get everything for free. Yes.
But what are you working with over there?
I think I've dropped about 5.
All right. So
$5.
Everyone said about $5 here.
Move the decimal point, but yeah.
Oh, 5 cents! Wow, that's insane.
So no, and that's just something that it's a game that I want to see succeed, because I do have a ton of fun playing it, and it's still young, it's still small. So one of the things I was going to say is there is a clip on the stream. If you guys want to see it, there's a clip of the first ever legendary Superman using the legendary Superman passive. And it's crazy to see a DC game do Superman right.
His skin looks really cool in the game.
The skin looks really good.
Yeah.
He had his legendary ability when you get him. Basically, when he takes fatal damage, he heals back up to 100% over 4 seconds. If you can't completely kill him within those 4 seconds, he then deals 100% damage to all the enemies around him. So he basically just one-shots everybody.
Yeah.
If you can't kill him within 4 seconds. So check it out. There's a clip. First ever legendary Superman.
Super fun game. But let's talk about this game. Man, oh man, it's been so long since we talked about this game.
All right, guys, I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, you gonna go play some DC.
Oh yeah, although we forgot to say with that, DuBois quit DCL and he only plays Battle.
Yeah, where are we? Okay, so
free to play.
We finished since we last talked. It's like we had what was the stream? Because it was, I remember the last one we did was with Chosen, and that's the siege I won. So we've done that siege, and then we had the next siege.
The siege Chosen one.
No. So when we did the episode, that month was the one that
Chosen.
Right. That was the Batman. No, that was Batman Who Laughs. That was the one that Josh won. That.
Yeah. So
because Chosen won the previous siege,
and Chosen predicted I wasn't going to even get top 10. He said that to me. He said that to my face, and so obviously I did what I did. But then the next month, so we did that whole month, and we didn't do a podcast, and then we did the next month with an Almost F1. So big shout out to Almost F, the most recent siege winner. And just to note to all you listening out there, that's 2 back-to-back 1,500 wins. The most dominant. I'll say this: there's only 2 alliances that have back-to-back siege wins. So
it's true.
That's facts right there.
Now, and actually, real quick. I was actually explaining the game to the top player from DC Battle Arena.
Okay.
Was asking about DC Legends in the stream on yesterday. And so I was explaining to him the hierarchy of alliances and that sort of thing, right?
Okay.
The Owls have 5 siege winners. Okay.
Total?
Total.
Oh,
They have
5
5
separate.
players that have five
Okay,
separate
okay.
players that have won a siege.
Right.
The 1500 have 3 siege winners, and nobody else has more than 1.
Look at that. That's something.
So, wait, okay. Not to challenge you on your 1500, the second alliance thing, but looking at it, wouldn't we be the 4th alliance
To do what?
to have back-to-back winners?
No, because no other alliance
No
has
other
more than
alliances,
2 winners
yeah.
or more than 1 winner.
Oh, I see what you're saying, to have 2 different back-to-back winners. I thought you were saying 1 siege twice in a row.
No. Like to have back-to-back winners.
Yeah.
I was going to say,
So, like-
because
Because the Owls
like,
won like 8 in a row.
yeah, because I was
No.
going to say,
Won, like, the
well,
first
Yeah, but
13.
there's only been.
no, because I was
Owls
looking
have-
at it, it was like Whale Chick has won like multiple times in a
Yeah.
row, so that's another alliance that would have got
Oh,
like
that's
back-to-back
kinda
wins.
true.
But
And then Twin City as well. Like,
Oh, that's true. That's true.
It's the same player.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
okay,
the
so
same thing. Yeah. Has to be separate players.
Yeah,
okay,
2 separate
regardless, regardless, whether you look at that the way that we were talking about before or just now, that's still only 4 alliances to do it.
No, let's just talk about how we were talking about it. There's only 2.
Okay, there's 2 alliances.
and let's talk about there's only 2 alliances that have more than 1 siege winner in them.
Yeah. That's just I
Kind
don't
of
know.
a
I
big
mean,
deal.
I'm just saying the 1500 is really good. Come join.
Yeah.
Come join.
We got a couple open spots. Josh's axe is ripe and bloody from today.
Yeah.
That is, I'm looking at the Hall of Fame. That is until all the hackers make an alliance together.
Yeah. This is the
Okay.
only reason I do the podcast really is just to try to recruit other people. That's the main reason I do the podcast, just for recruitment purposes. All right, so
Recruitment cred.
let's go. Let's talk about stuff. Let's see what we have on the agenda today. Well, June raids. That just happened. That just happened days ago. Well, yesterday it finished.
The
Today's
June
Monday.
Raids in July.
Yeah, the June raids in July because it's recording right now. It's Monday night, and the raids finished up. And raids are, we've talked about this many times before. They're very formulaic. They're very, they're not. They don't take any skill. They don't take any strategy. I get, why you would take pride in being number 1, but I can't imagine anyone taking any sort of pride in being not number 1. Like imagine you're number 2, that must be the worst to take pride in that.
That's I mean, like, what are you really playing for?
I don't know. Chosen doesn't listen to the podcast, so we can say whatever we want.
Great. Don't edit that out.
Yeah. But so they are over, but this raid was Superboy Prime. And I will say for sure, like even more than what was it, the Scarecrow raid? Superboy Prime
This is worse than Scarecrow.
is so much worse than Scarecrow. He hits
I
hard.
will say, we didn't have anybody complaining about the call assist glitch, right?
Yeah, that's big
yeah,
shout out
yeah,
to WB.
You know why? Wait, no.
Yeah, because you couldn't.
Oh, yeah, that's true, because you couldn't.
do enough damage. Because
Wait,
Superboy
maybe
kept
not.
dying. That's why.
Maybe
Their fix to the bug is let's just plug in Superboy
Wait.
Prime.
I wanted did hate because I saw pictures of Hate Mail with his
Yeah, he only his maximum he ever did was 200 million.
But-
And that's not enough to kill the boss.
well,
So
okay, yeah.
you won't get the glitch if you don't kill the boss.
Yeah,
It
we'll
won't go.
see. Yeah. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
My raids were pretty bug free. I think I only had like 2 times where I did a staring contest and I just backed out. Like whatever. 2 times out of how many bosses, over 1,000 bosses. That's pretty good. I'll roll with that. I think that's a really good bug free session of raids. But we did good. I don't know. Superboy Prime. He's tough.
I hate it.
Yeah,
hate it so
you can't
much.
stun him. That's the big thing, and that's what makes Dark Side work so well is with the stuns. But did you guys both get 500 mil?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I did. I don't want to speak.
I debated it.
I know you told me you were debating on not doing, but you just did it because it's so it's so easy to get 500 million.
Oh, yeah. Okay, look, this is the hardest I've ever pushed to get
Really?
it done quickly.
Oh, okay. Getting
Like,
quickly.
to get it done quickly. Like, I
didn't
wanted to
finish
be
it until
done.
Sunday.
I wanted to be done because I'm normally like, I get it done like literally 30 to an hour before reset on Sunday. It's typically when I get it done. I was trying to be done. I wanted to be done like Saturday, like in the morning, if not Saturday night.
Okay.
And I ended up getting it done Sunday morning, which is still the fastest I've ever done it.
Mm-hmm.
But I would have had it done easily Saturday morning if it wasn't for the fact that it was Superboy Prime.
Yeah.
Like literally just not being able to do the 130s, right? 130s the middle one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
130s are the middle one.
Just not being able to do them really quickly, and then the 150s was even worse after reset. Like it blew apart being able to really do anything fast.
It wasn't. What I did notice is the fastest I've ever done it. The fastest I've ever gotten 500 mil was before 12 o'clock Friday night. That's the fast, and I forget whatever rate it was. It was probably where Supermoon went.
So 7 hours.
7 hours max was my fastest. I will say I think this last one I finished around like 2:45 in the morning ish, but that's taking into fact that I played DCBA with you in Uncanny Friday night, and that
for a couple hours.
For a couple hours, and that slowed me down tremendously. Like I was like going very slow during this part. So I wonder.
But you had some fun.
Yeah, I had a ton of fun.
Yeah,
I figured if I didn't have that, I probably could have finished maybe like, I'm going to say an hour faster at most. So I maybe would have finished like 1:45, which isn't that bad. But
not bad. eight and a half hours.
Because I find that, and this is, people have asked me before, like, oh, why do you push, all Friday night? And for me, it's because I get the 130 bosses on Friday, and those I can MVP usually in one shot. Like it's usually those are a one MVP shot. Like the 150s usually I can't. It takes like 2 or 3 sometimes. For Superboy Prime this time it was 2 to MVP, but
2 is not bad.
Yeah, 2's not bad, and it was really quick. And it was 2. I never lost an MVP. I just did 2. But it's also and the reason I do this is because I'm not going to get any of the big 150s. Like my dream situation would just be get only 90s. That would be the best. That'd be the fastest.
That would be the best.
Yeah, but so I do the 130 bosses. But so I think even though Superboy Prime was tough and annoying, it still wouldn't have been that much slower for me, I think. And it wasn't that bad. So we got our rewards. We got a terrible skin. Oh my god.
Oh, that skin was horrible.
It's
after 2 of the last 3 months, they only gave us 1 skin.
Yeah.
And then that's the skin they give us. Like, bruh, just give me 1 skin.
Yeah,
like,
I would not.
I will say though, in the store, the icon suit looks amazing, except for the tassels. But
for Deathstroke,
the icon suit for Deathstroke.
Yeah. No, his suit came out. I really like it. Yeah, I guess I wish they would have added the tassels. I wonder if that's something they could.
The tassels are there.
No, I
Josh,
know,
the tassels are there.
I know they're there, but I wish they would be flowing.
Josh, the tassels are there. They're just glued to the back.
I wonder why they did that. Because they have, don't they have like, they do hair? They do. What else do they do?
No, it's always more like.
Well, did you see Blackfire? Blackfire's hair is like weird.
Who else has
when you look at people's hair in this game, it's always like they have like 8 million pounds of like hair gel in.
But
you know what I mean? Like,
doesn't Shiva have a sword with tassels on it?
Yes.
And the tassels move.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but to their credit, when they do, it does move into a gem. Looking at it right now. But when they do skins, they don't deviate too much from what's already there.
True, but
they just kind of like color in areas. You know what I mean? Like, or redraw. Like,
just add in the tassels is all I'm saying, though.
Just add in the tassels. Like, everyone paid $10 for that skin. You can add in the tassels. It's not hard.
Yeah, I'm looking at Shiva right now, and she does have a thing that dangles from her sword. So
I will say though, even just the player icon of Deathstroke looks good.
Yeah, no, it's. I mean, the Deathstroke skin was awesome. I really, really, really liked it. The Zod skin was awful, just so bad, so bad. It's just
skin might be the second worst skin.
Who's the worst skin?
Red Skin Beast Boy.
Oh, I guess. I don't know. I think the Red Skin Beast Boy is better than the Zod skin.
Oh god, I just put the Zod skin
he's just red.
Go back.
Like he's just
go back.
I don't know.
Okay. The worst skin I think is the Beast Boy skin.
I don't think so. He's just red.
Am I missing other bad skins?
So I like the skin, but I know you're gonna put it. well, all the Black Lantern skins, but I like this skin, but I know you're gonna put it in that category once I bring it up. But it's the Zerana skin for
No, that
that.
that skin's actually
Okay,
good.
I'll
It's
say
a
like
good skin.
I think that skin's ugly, but it really just like I don't know. It fits.
As far as
you
it
know,
being a skin, it's a good skin.
yeah.
Like
You could tell
Yeah.
that it looks nice.
you
Like
can tell, like it has like the kind of like the edge coming off
yeah,
the
and
shoulder. You know what I
stitching. It
mean?
has
Like
a stitching on it and stuff,
It's,
and
like
it's a good skin.
yeah. But the Zod skin, I hate it. I think it's just
terrible.
a bad skin. Sorry, WB.
Yeah.
Like it was bad. Like I don't know. You can't win them all. Like it just.
I
It's,
wish they would give us more skins more frequently.
I wish they'd
So
give
like after
exclusive
playing
skins.
DC Battle Arena,
You
I'm
know-
just like,
You know what?
can we just put more skins in the store?
You know what would be really cool if DC Legends did?
Tell me.
A Battle Pass exclusive skin.
All right.
See, that would be awesome. But I will say, just here's
Anyways.
something that is already existing inside DC Legends, right? That I don't think a lot of people know about because I think, and Josh, you saw it the other day when I was streaming, and I think it's a new player thing. So on my alternate account,
The
I'm
Flash.
getting $5.90 or $4.99 packs that come with gems. It's like the original packs, but a little bit cheaper for like skins. Like
Right.
I got Lex's skin. There was a couple other skins,
The
and
Flash skin.
yeah, the Flash skin. So it went like the Flash skin was $5. The Lex skin was $5 because I didn't get the next one after the Flash one. But when I got the Lex one, then Donna's skin came up for $15. You know, like the sparkly one with more gems and more fragments. And I didn't buy that one, but I'm assuming if I bought that one, there'd be another skin, probably like $30 with like more gems.
Yeah.
It was
There
just, but like every day there's been a new skin in that slot.
Jesus.
It always resets back to $4.99. So it's like, why can't we do that? Just have a recurring skin slot that comes with like, you know, but like, just get your artist, lock him in the room for the weekend. This is illegal, but lock him in the room for the weekend and just be like, pump out skins for all 150 of these characters, and then
Well, the
bam,
problem
like,
is it's not just the art; they have to get the licensing rights
Yeah.
for those skins.
Yeah.
which that costs money, right? Because WB San Francisco doesn't own the rights to DC Comics or the DC.
Okay, how many like super comic nerds play this game that aren't just gonna immediately buy the skins when they see them come
Right.
out? Like,
Oh, I know.
I just.
you know, like they should just do more skins. Is my point.
I mean,
Like,
I agree. They should do more skins, but more than anything, I think they really should do like how raids used to be. Like you could only get the skin if you did top 500. It should be. They should have more. I guess it's exclusive skins. Like
there should be skins in Siege. There should be skins
yeah,
in Wraith.
like whatever.
There
Like
should be skins in Showdown. There should be skins in the Nightmare event. There should be skins everywhere.
skins
Yes.
that you can only get, and then if you don't get it, you know that sucks, man.
too
Like
bad.
yeah, it sucks. You know, maybe gear your tunes up a little more. I don't know.
You know what they could do? That's where they could put the Nightmare skins. Is those skins, but on the last node, the ones that
Right.
you missed from raids and all that,
Yeah.
could go into the last node. You know what I mean? Of Nightmare. So it's still challenging to get, but it is a redemption chance.
Right.
Yes,
The
DeBoy.
boy has his hand up. The boy has his hand up.
Okay. Here, I'm gonna like press the battle pass issue for a second here.
Okay.
Okay. It literally solves 3 problems. Okay.
All right.
Battle passes are all XP in any game. Battle passes are all XP driven.
Right.
Right. So you earn XP, you unlock next levels in the battle pass. Easy peasy. Right. You can buy tiers. So obviously whales will buy to the top tier probably right away to get the skin first.
Of course.
Whatever. But it's all XP based. So Gear 6 players can do it if they just play enough. Gear 7 players can do it if they just play enough. Gear 8 players can do it. Gear 9 players can do it. Gear 10 players can do it. Gear 11, Rebirth 5 players. Like everyone can do a battle pass. So there's not going to be that, well, I can't get the battle pass skin because I can't beat the event, right? Like there's not going to be that from me personally because I can't beat events apparently. But there's not going to be that, right? And you can make it $10 or like 12k gems.
One
right?
or two. Yeah.
Or
Something
10K
like that, maybe.
gems.
Yeah.
Well, you have to give it for both, I guess.
Do you?
Right. Most games do.
They-
Most games give it. You can.
Okay.
They give you the in-game currency, or you can just buy it for money usually,
Okay.
or you have to buy the in-game currency to buy it. So most of the time, I mean, if they don't want to, guess what? They don't have to. It's their game.
Yeah, they don't
can
have
make
to.
the
They can
battle pass
do
whatever they
whatever.
want.
Gems or dollars. It doesn't
And
matter.
guess what? If you make it $10
Put
and you
$10 worth of gems.
backload it, okay? Just put $10 worth of gems and an exclusive skin at the end that is never going to be sold again.
Yeah.
Guess what? People will pay $10.
Mhm.
You say these skins will never be released again. People will pay $10 and max out the battle pass.
And then, like you said, it fixes problems, and I think it would too, because like the XP that if you're level 80, XP is nothing for you.
That was my next point. If you're level 80, you get 50 XP for doing these hero challenge nodes, and that just goes to nothing.
Yeah.
But if you had a battle pass,
Goes to the battle pass.
Applying to that every day.
Yeah.
Right. So,
And then who knows? Like that might cause more gameplay too, because I only do I do my 30 heroics, and I do my. That's it. I do my 30 heroics and I'm done. Like, unless I'm farming like Lex or something or whatever, farming character, but that's it.
Yeah.
But if there's a battle pass, I need to get XP, you better believe I'm going to be playing more, and that's going to cause me to spend more gems. That's going to cause me to spend, it's, I don't know.
So I know this was supposed to be June raid recap, but real quick, one more point.
All right.
DC Battle Arena has a battle pass, and it like psychologically lets you play more, because you're like, oh well, I need to get to the next tier so I can unlock the next loot box. I need to get to the next tier so I can unlock the Dr. Fate skin that's out right now.
Yeah.
I need to play a little bit more so that I can unlock more gems.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you play the game more because you're trying to max that out and get to the exclusive at the end.
Throw some blue rings in there. Throw some Gear 3 mats in there. Throw some, whatever, some gems, some GE, I guess, like you could just flood the each point on the battle pass or something, and it'd be great. I don't know, yeah.
And if you put out a $10 battle pass, right?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta guess that there's probably, I would say, this is going to be a wide range, but anywhere between 500 and 1,000 players that would buy it.
How many players are there active right now, you think? Isn't it like 30-something thousand?
I think there's 30-something thousand.
Yeah.
So there's probably more. But I'm saying, 500 times 10 is $5,000, right?
I remember Casa, you had said that Raid had tried it and it didn't work out that well, so they stopped it. I mean,
Raid tried it back in the day, but
where battle passes were big.
Yeah, when they tried it was right around if you're familiar with the gaming sphere of things, just in general, like console games, was right around the time that Battlefront 2 launched.
Oh, I don't know.
So if you know,
a long time ago.
Star Wars Battlefront 2 came out,
Okay.
and then that was at the time when people were like, "Oh, battle passes, they just want you to spend a bunch of money on the extra on the game. Everything's locked behind this, everything's locked behind that." So it's like it didn't look good. But then I also, since then, I've heard lots of stories of people who were free to play who started spending because of the battle pass and raid. So it's like that also could have been some of the negative reception, but also that's positive as far as Plarium would see it, right? They got people that weren't spending money to spend money, but then you might piss off people that were like, I was free to play until you put this amazing thing in front of me. Look,
DC WB just did a thing with the June or the July packs or whatever, and they said something interesting when they announced it too. They said, "Oh, here we're going to do some 4th of July packs. If you'd like to see more sales like this in the future, give us feedback." And that's, to me, just is showing that they're willing to try things, because it would be nice if they, hey, we're going to try a battle pass. We'll test it out 1 month. Give us some feedback. I just think that the fact that they said that they might be more willing to, try things out. And I think if I was WB, I would try a battle pass. I don't know. Again, $10,
see what
$10, 50 milestones or whatever. And throw some rebirth crystals in there. Doesn't have to be, 10. It could literally be five max. 2, 2'd be perfect, 2, 5.
Or make it 4. You know why 4?
Why 4?
Because you get 5 from logging in. You get 6 from the nightmare event.
Okay.
That's 11. You get 4 more in the battle pass. That's 15 a month.
Okay, yeah, there you go. 15 a month. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice number right there.
They can do that.
And then that doesn't count raids or siege.
Yeah, and that's
But
two. Like
15 a month.
you put.
That's 15 a month for free to play
Yeah,
players.
and that's two. You
That
know, you put
unlocks
the
rebirth for free to
two
play.
tokens at like the 25 milestone, and then the last two at the 50 milestone or something, whatever.
And
You
I will say,
you get 2 rebirth crystals and an exclusive skin at tier 50.
Yeah, something
Boom.
like that.
I will say on the note of the 4th of July sales, those were really good sales, by the way.
Like I know they were a good deal because it was like, what was it? I didn't buy any of them. Well, I didn't buy any of them. I'm not saying they
I
were
bought the
bad.
Coda one on my alt.
Okay,
so,
the Coda one was 600 gems for 25 shards, right?
Yes, but it was a tiered sale.
Right.
So by the time it was all said and done, I went from not having Coda to an L1 Coda, and I was down like between 8,000 to 10,000 gems. I don't know. I wasn't paying that much attention.
Okay,
So it was between somewhere between 8,000 to 10,000 gems.
all right. If I had to guess, I bet it's closer to 8,000 because their usual deal, because it just said 50% off. And how many? How many shards do you offer for 8,000? Is it 100 or 150?
100.
150 normally.
Yeah, like
Well,
not when
it's
they're
100
new.
of the new
Not when they're new.
Of the new character, yeah,
Yeah.
but we're not looking at new characters here. We're looking
Like
at
older characters.
100, 150 for
yeah.
older.
Okay, so then how many shards does it take to go L1? Like
250.
yeah, I could see that. Yeah, 250.
It's 240.
Because
240,
the pack
250.
just said 50% off, so I'm assuming it was again when it's all.
Yeah,
said
because
and
normally it
done.
would take like about because it's 150 per pack and it's like 7.5k normally. And so if you put that together, that's 15,000 gems for enough for L1 and a little over L1.
So I bet it was
and that's
closer
probably where I
Yeah,
ended
it's
up.
probably like
so
8,000. I'm gonna say close to 8,000, but that's fun. I don't know. That's just to me.
those are cool. I just
Yeah.
they want feedback, so I'm like, it's good.
Yeah.
That was a good stuff.
Yeah,
Liked
I
it.
talked about it on stream today, and I just said, for me, as the only thing I didn't really like about those packs, I know we're just again, it says June recaps on the screen, but the only thing I didn't like about the packs was Coda was selected, and she just came off a 6-day. So unless you're a brand new character, you probably already got Coda. And then Connor had an event not that long ago where you got like over 500 shards of him. So it's just I found it odd that of those two, and wasn't Hawkman like a board clear or something recently or something? It just I found it odd that they picked those characters for the first time, like when they just came off an event. So if, like for me, I don't need any more Coda shards. I farmed a thing,
Honestly, if they wanted to like make it really good, they would have put like, because I get they put one of each affinity, right?
Right.
But like they would have put like Azrael, Black
Black
Flash,
Flash.
Well,
and like Lex or
like,
Manhunter or something.
I don't even think it needs to be those super sought after characters. It doesn't need to be. I'm just of all the characters to pick those that really just recently had something. Like it could have been Larfleeze. It could have been, Cersei. It could have been anyone, Miss Martian or whatever. Like
the characters they chose were good. It just so happens that they happen to be
they were good. Yeah, they were good
recently.
picks. Yeah, exactly. They were good picks.
And they actually even all have kind of a theme together. They're all strength related. And they're all Connor doesn't counterattack, but or does Hawkman?
Neither does
No.
Hawkman.
I thought he did for some reason.
I just don't want them to think if they had low sales, it was because no one liked it. I just really think it was the characters they picked. Like it was Coda's great,
and it's like,
but she just had an event.
I mean, for me, my code is Rebirth 5, so it's like I had no interest in that sale at all. I don't care about Hawkman. I don't care about Connor.
Unless you're like a brand new character, like your alt account, like depending if you have gems or not. If you're on iOS, you're probably not going to have a lot of gems. On Android, if you did Tapjoy, you will have a lot of gems. But it just seemed like I just thought those picks were kind of odd just because of how close the events were to those characters. So, but that was my feedback with that. So yeah, I don't know. It was interesting. But let's move on. Let's talk about other stuff. What do we got next on the list here? What do you think? I forget.
Zod and Ultraman are the new
Kneel
reworks.
before Zod. All right. So you guys don't know this, but we again before we start the podcast, we like oh, what are we going to talk about today? And then we lay it down, and then Du Bois said what I thought was the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard anyone say. I was shocked. Like I was sitting here typing things, setting things up, and he said what he said, and I stopped. And I just was like, are you serious right now? Zod is here. Zod? Du Bois, tell people what you said about Zod.
Meh.
Does it? Oh my God. You think
I don't even
Zod
remember
is...
what I said. What?
You just said
What,
bleh.
what I said?
You said bleh. Zod is whatever.
Yeah,
Zod
bleh.
is meh.
Bleh.
How are you saying this?
Yeah. Okay. Let's stretch our shoulders out. Tell me Why would you bring Zod?
He's a special damage, high special
'Cause I
damage.
want to kill
green,
somebody.
and he kills people, and he buffs. He gets turn meter, like he
Mm-hmm.
he has heal immunity on his basic, which slaps really hard.
I'm curious. How do you use Zod, boy? How have you used him so far?
I have tried to use him to be like a green,
There's a specific way to
assassin.
use him. Have you?
Wait.
So, all right, it's beginning of the match. Zod goes first. You have full
Mhm.
abilities. What are you doing?
Buff.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Yes, and then typically I use his 3.
And then
on
and then someone dies when you use it. They die. That's it.
Sometimes. Sometimes.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't run him with
What-
Lex like everybody else does.
What
so
L is your what level do you have him at?
level 80 L5.
Oh my god, I have him level 80 L4 and he's destroying everyone.
Are you
RB2
running him with Lex?
I actually use his
Sometimes,
basic more than I
sometimes
use his 3.
Yeah.
Sometimes
If you
Lex, sometimes
if you
not.
run him with Lex, automatically doesn't count.
That's oh my god.
No,
I'm
I've
about to
actually
get
been
up and
running
leave
him
right
in-
now is what's gonna happen.
I've actually been running him in the leader position.
I just can't. Not even talking about
so-
Siege. I'm not even talking about Siege. I'm talking about just in.
I'm just talking in general too. He's like a B tier green, like me.
Oh my god.
He's not A tier. He's not A tier.
This is the most.
He has no. Listen.
Stop.
He has 3 bar. He has 3 bars of HP at level 80.
I can't with
bars.
you right now. This is.
He dies. He just poof gone. He's squishier than Coda.
You're making us look bad, DuBois, is what's happening right now.
No,
You're making
I'm
us
not.
look bad.
I'm not.
You
I'm making
are.
us look. No, because this is what happens. This is what happens.
I know. Wait, I know
Yeah.
why you're upset about all this. By the way, I already know. You got it. You're upset about all this, and you're lashing out. One, Zod is a casualty to this. You're lashing out because people were saying that Ultraman could tank against Arcus, and that really got you upset. And now because
okay, we'll
Ultraman,
talk about that in a
Ultraman and
second.
Zod are,
Hold on.
they're
We'll talk
they're
about
the
that in a
buddies that
second,
came in
because-
together. So you're mad at Ultraman and you're tanking it out on Zod over all of this.
Okay.
And I won't stand for it.
I will say
All right.
that Zod looks to be the best character of the month.
I think Zod is the better of the two, but I can easily see why people like Ultraman better. But I
Okay.
personally, I like the pew pew. I like the slaps.
I will give him that.
Yeah. You'll give him what?
Okay.
That he's the better of the two.
That he's the better of the
Okay.
4, the best of the 4. Steel sucks. Steel is bona fide trash tier.
We'll
Like,
save that later.
in the. In,
We'll
in-
get
in
to
the-
that.
We'll get
when
to
we
that
to it.
later,
We're
yeah.
just doing Zod.
Okay. I got a quote for Steel. Okay.
Okay.
So just remind me that I
Alright.
have a quote. Zod. Oh, wait. You want to talk? Are we gonna talk about Ultraman?
No, we're talking
Or
about
are we
Zod
gonna
right
talk
now.
about
We're talking about Zod. We'll get
Zod.
to Ultraman.
Okay, we're still
though.
talking about Zod. Okay. He's like a solid B.
Okay. You're wrong.
That's it.
You're wrong.
No, I'm not wrong. I'm literally not wrong.
Are we gonna make a bet
Look
right
at-
now?
Look, you want to make a bet?
You want to
right
make
now?
a bet where he's gonna go?
No, because I'm gonna take a shot real quick.
All right.
I'm gonna take a shot. No, because the tier lists recently have been all recency biased.
Oh my gosh! No.
The tier lists have been so recently biased over the last 3 months. So, yes, he's probably going to get put in A tier. No,
He deserves to
definitely
be
does
it. No, he
doesn't
deserves.
deserve
He
it.
deserves
No,
to
he
be there.
doesn't.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't.
Boy.
No, he
Yeah.
doesn't. You're telling me Zod is as good as Starfire?
Yeah, I
better.
think he's just as
No.
good as Starfire. Like he's
I just want to show everybody something real quick. If everybody would like to see this, look, watch. Oh, it's not.
We can't see
he
it.
can't. It's boy. People listening
It's
to a
okay, he didn't
podcast.
kill her anyways, it's fine.
He was trying to show something on the screen. It didn't work. But
Okay.
DuBois,
No. Listen, you're gonna tell me that Zod
Zod, yes,
is better or as good as Starfire.
yes, no
You're gonna say
hesitation.
that Zod is as good or better than Medfill as a green. to bring to a match.
Yeah, yes.
No, wrong, incorrect.
You're
Okay.
just you are something else today.
What
You
else?
are something-
What else?
you are
what else?
something.
What else? What are some other S or A? You're gonna tell me that Zod is a better character to bring to any match than Hal Jordan?
Than any match? No, Hal Jordan has his
You're-
very
you're-
specific.
Okay, I mean,
needs.
like you can't just put
Like-
people in the bracket of
No,
like
like, that's-
in every scenario. Yeah, like
No,
Zod's
I'm
gonna
just
suck
comparing-
in
I'm
certain
just comparing
scenarios.
the tiers. I'm just comparing the tiers. You're saying that Zod is as good or
Uh-huh.
better than Hal Jordan? than Medfield.
Hal Jordan has a
then-
very specific.
Why do you have to be better than a character
No,
to
but
be in the
Hal
tier
Jordan
with
has a
them?
very
I'm saying as
specific
good.
need for the debuff immunity. Like that's one of the main reasons why you bring him. So you can't bring in a very specific style character and say, but okay, if I had to pick right now who I would rather have, like if you said, Josh, you could only have Hal Jordan or Zod, I would take Zod.
Mm-hmm.
Because Terra's out. Hal Jordan's stocked down. Hal Jordan's still great.
Okay, wait. How good is Terra?
Terra's great. She's
You're
real
gonna say
great.
that Zod is on the same level as Terra?
Well, Terra's
Yes.
S tier, but I think Zod is. I mean,
No.
oh my god.
So,
what Terra? See,
look.
Terra does. Oh no, go
Listen,
ahead, go ahead.
because you're talking about
I just
that
it's,
you run him with Lex. Try running him without Lex. No, seriously. Try running him without
I'm
I've
Lex.
done,
not
I've
running
done it
him
without,
with
yeah, I've done it
Lex.
without Lex. It's great.
No. Run, go run a bunch of matches.
I don't run
him
anybody with
without
Lex. I
Run him
use 2
against
leaders.
greens and blues and see how he survives. If you come back to me and say, okay, he did well against the non-affinity that he's bonus against,
Yes,
then we can.
he's
talk.
done that for
He's
me
not.
in Siege.
He dies.
He has been.
He dies to any meta blue. Any
He-
meta
he-
blue
Oh.
kills
He
him.
wiped out plenty of blues for me in Siege already.
I hope if you're currently listening to this on the podcast right now without video, I just recommend you stop, jump on YouTube and watch it just so you can look at this man's face as he says these
Look.
things. Like it's
Look, all I'm saying is, I don't even use Lex. I never use Lex. I don't
B-tier.
like using Lex. All right,
He's B tier. He's B tier.
Lex is a crutch, in my opinion. Okay,
I love Lex.
I don't use Lex. I have 3 leaders that I use. I use Red Hood because he's RB5. I use one of them Pot because she's RB5, and I use Cheetah because she's RB5. Those are my 3 leaders that I use. And then now I'm using Zod a little bit as a
Zod's
leader.
bopping.
And Zod plays well underneath all of them.
He's so good.
Yeah,
especially
Zod
under
bops
Red
against
Hood.
Reds. Zod bops against Reds. I'll give you that.
And blues.
And blues and
No, he doesn't-
and very good against greens.
He does
Yes.
not
Oh
bop
my
against
God.
Stop using his 3.
I've
Use his
used-
2 and then go into his basic and hit a blue and see what happens.
My
They explode.
L4 Zod has crushed a Rebirth 2 Grundy. Rebirth 2 Grundy. It's ridiculous. Wait, look at your face. Again, if you're
Look,
watching
I
this
haven't
podcast,
been
switch to
using
the video
Zod's
just so you can
3
look
at
at
all.
this man. I want you to look at the a face of a man who's never been more wrong in his life right now.
Wait,
Oh
I've never
my
been more
God.
wrong. I'm pretty sure there's a
No,
clip that
I
we've
think-
all seen a million times.
This is worse. This is worse.
No, Zod is B
Look.
tier.
Look. I don't use Zod's 3. I use his basic because his basic does 10% true damage.
That true
and it's
damage
insane.
is huge.
You
Yeah.
want to know another A tier green that is literally a million times better
Okay,
than
let's
Zod?
Who?
Jessica Cruz.
No, the boy.
No,
just...
I never
Yes,
used
the boy.
Jessica
You
Cruz.
know I like Jessica Cruz. You know I like
No.
Jessica Cruz.
Okay. No. If the match prolongs and it's tanks and whatever, Zod can't do anything. Jessica Cruz can. She can stack up those int downs and then and win the match.
Zod doesn't need to stack
Also-
anything down because he kills them. He hits them and they explode. That's it. That's what he does. He doesn't have time to stack because they're dead. He wouldn't be able to stack anything on them because the amount of int downs that Jessica Cruz stacks and those attacks it takes to get that massive stack of int downs,
Let me
Zod
ask
would
you
have
this.
them dead.
Let me ask you this.
All right, go ask
Would
me.
you bring Zod versus Darkseid?
Zod versus Darkseid? No.
I would bring Jessica Cruz versus Darkseid.
Why are you picking very specific, such as obviously Jessica Cruz?
I said
Obviously, Jessica Cruz
said
puts intelligence downs on
meta.
Darkseid.
any meta blue.
There's
Will
not very
kill
many
Zod.
greens I bring against Darkseid.
I know. What are you talking about? Which greens would you bring in Darkseid? Oh my god!
I ran a full.
Obviously, Jessica Cruz can run up against Darkseid because she can shut him down.
Darkseid's his
What
own,
if
like,
what if
special bit of
Darkseid has
OP.
debuff immune? You're gonna bring Jessica Cruz then? If he has Terra with him? No.
Yep.
No, you're not. It's your face.
No,
Again.
Look, Darkseid by himself requires
Zod's-
two reds from me,
Zod's
like by
whatever.
himself. So
Zod
whatever.
is not whatever's. He's a great tune, an amazing
B tier.
rework. He's so powerful.
tier.
This is he the most powerful Kryptonian in the game right now?
I don't
Yeah.
know. I still think.
Oh my god, what is he gonna say right now? What is he gonna say right now? I can't wait to hear what you're about to say. Tell me what you're about to say right now.
I still think
we
Power
just
Girl's scary.
we just literally put Zod into a category of crappy characters in the game, and he still doesn't want to admit that Zod's even at the top of that.
No, I don't. He's not better than Power Girl.
He doesn't like Zod for some reason. You're Zod.
He's not better than Power Girl. Wait. He's not better than Power Girl.
Oh my god,
And
the
Power
boy.
Girl's power creeped.
The boy.
All right.
You're making us look bad. You're
Next.
just making us look bad.
No. I'm just making myself look good. Next.
All right, fine. Let's move on. Wait. Okay, Zod. Wait, let's talk about what he does really quick.
All right, look, hold on. Just real quick, Josh, Zod, yay or nay?
Yay! Yes. Oh my God, so yay! Like he's
okay.
so good.
I didn't say nay.
Super.
I said he was the best of this month's tunes.
No. All right. So me and Costly, yay. Du Bois says nay. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
All right, settled. But wait. Like, really talk about what Zod does. His basic. It puts heal immune down. It stacks intelligence downs. Dark side. Stacks intelligence downs. It does. His 2 buffs and gives him 75% turn meter. When he gets basically 2 turns in a row. He will go before the other.
Lex, yeah.
No. 85% when you run it with Lex. 75% by himself. 85% when you run it with Lex. And he gets more intelligence ups and hits it harder. His 3 is just... It just destroys. I honestly don't know what happens with his 3 because it usually kills them. What else does it do to them when the 3 hits? It doesn't need to do anything, but does it? I should have read his kit before.
I honestly don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. They die when it happens when you hit with the 3. That's what happens.
I don't use his 3. I just use his basic. So.
All right. Zod's great. If you're listening out there, I'm sure you already know Zod's great. If you're a newer player out there, get Zod. Don't listen to the boy. All right. Now we're going from. Guess what?
Guess what? There's gonna be a new green in the next month or 2, and you're never gonna use Zod again.
I don't know.
He's
really.
Not meta. He's not meta.
I would just like to say, like, on this. Sorry, you can't really see my hands. On this side, from me to my left on the screen. Yeah. We have like good rebirth characters, right? And then the guy to the right has a bunch of lanterns all rebirthed. Okay. So
hold on. Wait a second.
Oh god, we're gonna hear an argument about how the lanterns are all really good and they're all really good replacements.
We want to talk about tiers for a second, right?
Sure, we want to talk about tiers. Go ahead. All right.
You realize that there are 10 lanterns between A and S tier, right?
Okay.
Let me inform you of the last time I've looked at a tier list.
I'm just saying.
Here's the thing though. Here's the thing that when you say that statement, you say there's 10 between S and A. How many are S?
Mm-hmm. 1.
Okay.
But that's because he's the best character in the entire game, so it doesn't matter.
Okay. All right. Let's continue on with another character that got an amazing rework. He is very good. And it's Ultraman. And here we go already. We can't even get to the title before he jumps in. Ultraman, an amazing rework. Oh my goodness gracious. He turns into such a tank. His 3rd move, if you use it at the start of the match, dropping that buff immunity down. Oh my god. Like it's so good. Hey,
wait, say that again real quick. I just need to clip it for later.
It's just cool. Just being able to put full team buff immunity, and it lands if it misses too, by the way. We found that out today. So you run it, if it misses, it still lands.
Yeah, because it's an apply, it's not a hit. And...
Yeah, I don't know. It lands. Yeah. It hits. It's great. It can help neuter Azrael right from the get-go, depending on who he's paired with. But it's just an amazing. He's amazing there. And when he starts taunting, he gets all the stamina ups. He becomes just a massive tank. He's super strong. And not only the AoE, it does pretty big damage. Like I was surprised. I always figure like, oh, you do the AoE for the buff, like for the buffing, but you're getting massive damage out of it too. His basic's good. He does like outer turn attacks depending on how many debuffs he has, which triggers often enough. Like I don't know. Ultraman's really, really good. I think he's a solid
I'm
A
enjoying
as well.
him.
Yeah, I think he's solid A. But and Kasi, you like Ultraman?
Yeah, I'm liking him so far. I haven't used him too much, but like I've used him a little bit in Siege. He seems pretty tanky.
Mm-hmm.
I'm running him with Mara, and so that just makes him even more tanky because
Mara is awful.
Mare's
The boy's
about
just
her.
the
She's
boy's
not-
just lashing
She's
out at
not.
everyone now.
She's awful. She's
Just-
god awful.
I mean, look, I'm not going to sit here and say Mara's great.
Yeah.
She definitely needs an update and everything. But like, I mean, my Mara took a hit from Shiva and survived, and then gave everybody men's for it. So, like,
Okay, the boy. Okay, so coming off the heels of Zod, what do you want to say
I
about
would just
that?
like to let everybody know from now, because just the mood that Du Bois is in about characters.
He's
right?
in a mood
From
tonight.
now
He's in a
until
mood.
the next time there's a lantern that comes out,
Yeah.
or some random month where he just decides to like the character, he's gonna meh every character all the way through.
No,
So,
I was actually really excited for this month, and then I wasn't.
Okay, go ahead and talk about Ultraman. And tell
Let's talk
us
about Ultraman for a second.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
First of all, Arcus, one hit KO. Equal level characters, Arcus wins.
If it's at the start of the match.
Correct.
All right.
But
Which is when you would
Ultraman's
normally
slow,
which is when you would normally hit, you know, if you drop that two.
you have
and
to
it-
because
yeah.
you have to because he's taunting.
Mhm.
So, okay. Equal level Arcus kills him. M4 did an L5 Arcus versus a Rebirth 5 Ultraman on stream today,
Mhm.
and he left him with less.
Yeah,
less
he
than
almost
a
he
4.
almost killed him. He almost killed him.
So, equal leveling, Arcus wins.
But wait,
I'm
did
gonna
he
win my
he-
50
did,
bucks from Chosen.
did he crit with those? I think it was he ran that when.
It was double crit.
Yeah.
Or I think it was double crit.
It was double crit. He had
But-
it was double crit.
Doesn't matter.
But for
Yeah,
sure, that's a
equal
Rebirth
level.
5. That's a Rebirth 5 Ultraman though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rebirth 5 Ultraman, L5 Arcus.
Mhm.
Equal level. I'm gonna make my 50 bucks from Chosen. Call it good.
Okay.
Second, I just fought literally this morning because I refreshed my siege board this morning, and I got loot on my board,
Okay.
and I almost ran Arcus just to like record the video and send it to Chosen. But Chosen and our bet is that I have to do it 2 out of 3 times, and I wasn't going to back out of the siege match. 'Cause
Right,
that's
right,
just, And so the team was, I think it was Zod,
Mhm.
RB5 Ultraman,
Mhm. Oh,
Stargirl, maybe Stargirl.
It
I don't remember.
was, it's the one M4 was fighting today. Zod, Ultraman,
I think
Stargirl,
so.
and
Mara.
And Mara, yeah.
I literally ran 4 greens,
Mm-hmm. Which is fine.
and
that's
his Ultraman died on turn 2.
yeah. I'm not.
And I used a C tier character to kill him.
What was C tier character?
Guy freaking Gardner, baby.
Okay, so here you go. You say C
Guy
tier
Gardner
character,
that can
but you
nuke really hard.
but you have an RB5 guard guy. The boy, look at you.
It's Rebirth 5. It's a Rebirth 5.
I know.
Wait, hold on.
All I'm saying.
Okay,
But
look.
don't say C tier when that C tier has an extremely hard hitting move. Like, come on.
Except
Look at
except
Cyborg.
He doesn't.
What about Cyborg?
No. So I discovered this because I've been running that team kind of exclusively. You don't want to run Ultraman with teams that need debuffs or with characters that need debuffs because I keep enraging with Guy Gardner and Ultraman throws it onto the other team. He like transfers the buff, the enrage to the other team.
Oh, so you're saying Ultraman like does something beneficial? That's
No. That's not beneficial.
I
mean, it's
no,
beneficial sometimes.
I mean, it is in a team that doesn't need debuffs.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, yes. It's okay.
Oh, it's like he does his job or something. It's like
But he died.
it's,
He died. He was Reaper 5, and he had Mara there to help him, and he just like died. He didn't do anything.
So I'm gonna say
He
this.
literally opened up with his AOE, and then he died.
I'm gonna say
was it.
this. I really like Ultraman. I do. I
I
really
have the
like
match
Ultraman.
recorded. I can send it to both of you.
Yeah, I don't want to see it.
okay. Number one, I don't care what the stupid AI in this game played the
Yeah.
match wrong. Okay,
He's-
and then look,
he's god awful.
Ultraman's good. Just regardless.
Ultraman's
and I like the whole like here's my review of the comparison of L5 Arcus, RB5 Ultraman. You're like, hey, so yeah, see this steel plating for this tank? Yeah, it's rated for 50 B and G. Yeah, so let's hit it with a nuke and see what happens. Like that's what you
No,
think.
I'm just saying because Josh brought it up earlier that I was mad because someone said that
You are
Ultraman
mad.
could take Arcus. I'm
You
not
you
mad.
got offended by that. You were offended by it.
Well,
When someone
just-
told
okay.
you that
Here's the thing,
Arcus
here's the
couldn't
thing,
kill
here's the
Ultraman, you got offended.
I get offended
Uh-huh.
when people say stupid things.
Right.
About
Yeah, like Ultraman being bad. That's
No,
a stupid
no.
thing. Like that's.
I didn't say it was bad. I didn't say it was trash.
You said okay. What does meh
You
translate to?
you
I
literally
said
What is it?
guys
CT.
before we did this podcast, the boy said Ultraman trash.
That's not true.
Okay, hang on.
That's a
I'll say
lie.
this. I'll say this about Ultraman. I really, really like Ultraman. I think he's great. But
Recency bias.
what I have noticed with Ultraman is when he does what's great about him is he taunts often, and when you want someone to taunt, he does that very well. He can keep the taunt on him when someone dies. The taunt comes on him. He does a good job with that, so he can protect the people around him by taunting. He is also a really good tank. He can tank some hits, but I have noticed him die many times to specifically Lex and Black Flash, which is a common thing to see out there, just because when Black Flash goes, when it's a blue special damage and does a lot of damage to Zod, but with Lex, like when he drops that nuke on Zod, it still hits hard. If Black Flash gets called in on the Colossus, Ultraman's not going to survive 2 rounds. Ultraman is not going to survive 2 rounds of attacks, but there aren't many tanks that do. But it is...
Barda does.
No, but but it's not many tanks that do. Barda cannot survive a multiple rounds of things unless she procs, which Ultraman doesn't do. But what I will say is it's hard, like for Ultraman, he can't survive 2 rounds attack, especially against a Black Flash. And that's to me, one of his biggest weaknesses, because Black Flash is so prevalent, and when you're going up against a ton of greens, when Ultraman's probably paired with them, Black Flash can hurt Ultraman pretty good. Like he definitely can.
Do you know what green tank can survive multiple rounds against Black Flash?
Bleeze.
Literally can last infinitely against Black Flash.
Is it Bleeze?
It's Bleeze.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Oh,
Infinitely.
Because
Infinitely.
is there a reason for that?
Literally, Black Flash can never kill her by himself.
Uh-huh. And what's the reasoning for that?
Because she's better than Ultraman.
No,
Okay,
there's literally a
Well,
little
I
buff
like
that
it.
happens.
You know I like Bleeze. You know I like Bleeze. You know I do. But right now I'm really liking Ultraman because I do like the tossing the debuffs back. Yeah. I do like how he can keep the taunt on himself. Oh my god. Now you hear this guy?
Oh my gosh, you said
not
Matt,
bad.
and that bright light that came from my left side was me looking up the definition of Matt. Okay. So the what came up on Google is basically bad. All right. Yeah. So like
the boy, I'm not sitting here like I prefer Zod over Ultraman. I do. But I think Ultraman does a lot of great things. But I do notice he's pretty susceptible to, like as a tank, he's very susceptible to Black Flash. And the reason why that is because Ultraman can't really survive 2 rounds of attacks especially when it's Lex and Black Flash. Especially. Now, obviously if there's a bunch of reds, he's gonna tank all day, But you put him up against a pretty hard-hitting green with another blue. Ultraman's probably not going to live, especially, again, when there's Black Flash. Now, without Black Flash, Ultraman's great. He's going to get a turn. He's going to buff. You slap him with Lex. He's going to buff up the wazoo. Super overheal. It's great. Like, Ultraman's great. I very much enjoy Ultraman. I very much enjoy Zod. I like running them together. I like running them together with Lex. But they can also go without Lex. I've run them without Lex, and it's great too. Like, it's a great team. Ultraman's great. The boy.
There are plenty of characters that can't stand up to Black
Yeah, exactly.
Flash.
There's tons of characters that can't. Like,
look,
it's fine.
Look, all I'm saying is like, just Black Flash is an anomaly all by himself, because like I think, and I haven't been proven wrong about this, but they have made steps to kind of counteract it in decent ways. But I think them releasing Black Flash step down a path that's going to be very hard to come back from as far as the meta is concerned. Like, it's just because you have to deal with him most of the time. Mm-hmm. And so it's like, and the ways to counter him are just
go faster.
You know what would be you know what they could really
do? That's not a good counter.
You know what they could really do that would like significantly hurt Black? I mean, I think the easiest fix for them, instead of coming out with like more Harleys or more retaliation tunes or evasion tunes, all that, is what if they just made him not as fast as he is? Like, what if they just lowered his speed by like 2?
Yeah, this game making hot fixes to characters.
But imagine if they did that. What if they just made him
balance changes?
Like, what if they made Flash faster? What if they made Kid Flash faster? What if wait, how are the what are the order of speedsters?
Impulse
with the way Black Flash.
Yeah, only impulse though.
Well,
No.
with the way
Oh, reverse
with,
reverse flash. So it's impulse.
And Wally.
Well, Wally's awful. He's terrible. No one has him. I mean, you shouldn't. Wally sucks, dude.
which
No,
one?
not
Wally.
Kid Flash,
Iron
not Kid
Iron
Flash.
Iron Wally.
Iron Wall is
Flash
great.
I don't use Iron Wally. I'm not.
Look,
I'm not down with
in my
Iron
opinion,
Wally.
Black Flash, with the way that Black Flash's kit is, he should have been the slowest of the speedsters.
When was the last time you seen Iron Flash in any match? Tell me right now, quick.
Not
Wally
since
is better
Black.
than- Never.
Not since Black
than-
Flash. Came
Never.
out. I'll put it that way.
Not since Black Flash came out.
Never. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's
Iron
impulse.
Wally, Iron Wally is better than both of these new tunes.
Oh my god! I
Freddy's
just
rework.
can't. Bye, everybody. We're just turning it off. Turn it off.
Okay.
Okay, wait. Speeds. There's impulse. There's reverse flash. Is
Then
Iron?
Black Flash.
Is it Black Flash third, or is
No.
Wally
Yeah.
faster?
No, Wally's faster.
Oh, that's Wally faster. Okay.
sure?
Yep.
Then
Positive.
Okay, so it goes.
I'll pull it up on the toolkit right now.
I
One sec.
don't. Impulse.
No.
Impulse. Reverse flash. Wally. Black Flash. Right.
And Flash is the same speed.
As Black Flash. Okay.
They're both 131.
So then there's Kid Flash. Who are the others? Jay Garrick.
Kid Flash and Jay Garrick.
Okay.
They're both 130.
Those are all the speedsters, right? Okay. So I guess what happens with Black Flash is you have to just bring someone faster. So I mean,
which is a horrible solution to it,
Yeah.
in my opinion. Like
or just bring.
that's
your
why
own
like,
Flash.
and it's the same thing with Impulse. Like turn meter just straight up resets are not good.
would
Like it breaks the meta in
Yeah, the
different
turn
ways.
meter
And I don't want to
resets,
get into
yeah,
a big
is
old
bizarre.
long I don't want to get into a big old long thing, but it's even worse with Black Flash that it's not even just a turn meter reset. It's he progressively gets faster and punishes you for not being able to counteract him, but he gets so fast so quickly that you can't even get a chance to get a middle turn in there
Right.
to try and stop him.
Yeah, his
Like-
speed needed to be 110 to 115.
like if
That's
he
what
was the
his speed
slowest
needed to be.
speedster, do you think he still
Yeah.
would be as prevalent?
I think it would have been better if he was the slowest speedster. Like I even think make him slow enough to where he's slower than even some of the really fast
Like
non-speedster
115, like
tunes.
115 speed.
What's
because he bends up.
Kaga at?
He is 127.
Yeah. So if you brought him down to there, where it's he's not going to go first, but if he doesn't get taken care of, so make him like a Wonder Girl,
And-
right? You put him behind a taunter, he becomes very dangerous because
Wait,
then
Wonder Girl is 119.
okay, well I'm not saying Wonder Girl's in the speed. I mean Wonder Girl is in if you
Kilowog's
don't
125.
figure out a way to take care of Wonder Girl, you're going to have a problem. Same thing with Azrael. You know what I mean? Where it's
Okay.
I guess Azrael's a better example there. If you don't take care of Azrael,
But Azrael's really slow. 120, 127
yeah,
is really fast still.
he's gonna be a problem.
Well, Azrael's
what I
speed
mean?
is negated by his out of turn attacks. His speed doesn't matter. He's going.
Yeah,
he's
so
gonna go swap.
the thing with Black Flash is even if he still had the turn meter reset, it takes him a second to get to that turn. He resets, and then that's when he starts building his speed ups, his permanent speed ups, and all that. And then it's if you don't take care of him, he will eventually be the fastest character on the board. You know what I mean? But he doesn't start off there. I think the problem is that they made him start off there, and then just
his
straight up take away from Impulse the turn meter reset.
Yeah.
And I think you fix so many meta problems in this game if you just do that. Just lower Black Flash's speed, let him have his reset. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
reset,
he has to make him ridiculously slow, right?
not
and then
ridiculously
110
slow.
to 115.
what? Yeah, between 110 and 115. You know what I mean? Make him middle of the pack of the characters in the game.
He gets so many speed ups.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right.
yeah.
I agree. Okay.
And he has
Turn
two
two.
turn meter downs, and then literally Impulse take it away. Take away his reset because resets are
Impulse
what
doesn't
would
have a reset. Impulse doesn't have a reset.
turn meter down reset.
Impulse doesn't.
No, he does. It's not a reset.
It's
just
like
75%
75% down or something.
Oh, okay. Well, then make it a 50% down or 25% down. Something that can be counteracted by Kaga or Cersei and stuff like that. We haven't seen Cersei in forever.
Oh, Cersei's
because-
dead.
Cersei got negated by the fact
Anyways.
that people got better.
All right.
It's just
Ultraman C tier. Don't buy him.
Ultraman's not C tier. Stop.
Zod and Ultraman are both good. Let's get into the new tunes and then wrap it. We're having a long episode
Our first
already.
thoughts about the new tunes.
Yeah.
I don't
I
have
have a quote.
many
I have a
first
quote.
thoughts.
I
Okay,
have a
Dubois,
quote.
what's your quote? Because I don't
I have
have
a
many
quote.
first thoughts, but What are your quotes?
If we have any sports fans in here, you guys know who Stephen A. Smith is, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the words of Stephen A. Smith, Steele can't play this game. He's not good. He's a bona fide scrub, and he deserves to be in the trash. That last part was from me.
Okay.
But he's awful. Steele is god awful. Like probably the worst tune they released this year.
Okay, so this is why I started
Wait,
an
wait,
alt
wait.
account
Wait,
for perspective.
Real quick though. The boy, do you have Steel?
I do have Steele.
What gear is he at?
That doesn't matter.
Just as a disclaimer.
That
I
quite
as
literally
a
does
as a
matter.
disclaimer-
I have seen
No. Just
Enough.
that's not the question.
L5 video
Uh-huh.
to make my assumption. I will not be gearing him at all.
I'm not saying that you're
That's my gear level.
I'm
He's gear level 1.
okay. I'm not saying your assessment of him is going to be wrong or not, but just a disclaimer: the boy does not have Steel. Hasn't played with
Okay.
him.
Here's what I will say. I agree with Du Bois
Mhm.
as far as for us three, right? In our current accounts. Now, on my alt account, he is one of the sole reasons I am even progressing far enough to get shards of him in his event. Because being able to apply that buff immunity and the stun, he does no damage for me. Like, I haven't even really put gear into him. Just because the health bonus you get from him being this month's character is enough to keep him alive. Where it's like literally, he's like level 40, like gear 3 for me. But he's hanging with my like gear 7 player or characters. Right? And
I will not be gearing.
and he's being super useful for me on what his utility does. Now everything else about him is garbage. Like I'm not bringing him for damage. He's quite literally there to be able to stun because what I'm doing is I'm running Lex, Starfire, Jericho, and Steel in the Steel event, and so I have stuns just all across the board. So he provides me one more stun to just keep people stunned down to keep rolling through.
I mean,
and doing parts of the event that I shouldn't be able to do.
the game is wildly different at lower level accounts than in G11. So, but which
is one of the main reasons why I wanted to create an alt account.
We're
so
G11 we're G11 players and we're more end game players. So everything we're talking about is more end game needs. But yeah, the game is wildly different if you're lower level. Like all these characters that aren't very good, they work well at low levels. They can do things that, especially if you don't have all the characters, they can fill gaps. Because obviously, like you're saying, oh, I bring Steel for the stuns. There's so many better stunners out there. But
but on a note of like being a lower end account, Steel brings a pretty much guaranteed stun. I think it's guaranteed, isn't it? Or is it like a chance? I can't remember.
The turn 0 is chance. The third is guaranteed.
So it's a guaranteed stun without even having to go legendary.
Right. Yeah, that's nice. The boy had his hand up.
Yeah.
He is miles worse than Jericho.
Jericho was good.
He shares something with Jericho, which is that
Jericho was
thing,
my
right?
MVP of that siege.
Yeah,
what does Steel do with the taunt? How does he make
I forgot that he had a taunt until he suddenly had a taunt the other day and got killed.
No. Jericho Steel does a thing similar to Jericho. He causes the other team to taunt. What is it? What was the move that does that? Is that him or Eradicator?
No, that's Steel. I can't remember what move it is though.
But yeah, he does something similar to Jericho where he causes the other team to taunt when you may or may not want that taunt there. But what was that, boy?
He's miles worse than Jericho, and people were like hating on Jericho pretty hard last
night. I didn't gear up Jericho. I didn't gear up Blackfire. I'm not going to gear up Steel. Depending on what happens.
This is my Steel right now. He's gear 11, level 70, and I wish I would have saved him for slow gear.
Yes.
Oh, you have Steel geared up all the way?
Yeah, he's full ringed, geared, everything.
Oh my goodness. There were some. I don't know. Actually, I had thought of a case today where I thought he would have been good, but that turn 0 taunt is only 50%. It's not 100. Imagine that the turn 0 taunt was 100% though.
So what is his passive? At the end of the enemy turn, if that enemy is stunned, apply taunt and buff immunity on them.
So if they're stunned, they get taunt.
Yeah. Which I mean, you don't want. Why would you? And this is what I. That's like really.
You get more control than with Jericho.
But why would
Jericho's
you?
just random.
You know what you do when you have a stunned character? You say, okay, I have that character stunned. I can go focus on someone else. But now you have to attack the stunned character. Like that's not.
Which
it's
because
silly.
we're here. Sorry to like drag this on a little bit longer, but I do have a proposal that I want to talk about. I forgot about this until literally now that I had last month with Jericho. That I still think they should implement, especially now that they have Steel doing this. They need to change characters that apply taunt on the enemy team from your team, such as Steel, Jericho, Riddler, Killer Croc. It needs to be a debuff.
Yeah,
it can't be.
Why?
Because taunt in and of itself is a buff.
Yeah, so I don't know if you know this. They can put in new code on the game.
Well, right, but there's not like a taunt up, taunt down.
No. Like
that's what I'm saying. They create a taunt debuff.
Oh, they're not going to do that.
No. Or just make it like call it something else, like a taunt.
You want them to create a battle pass? I can say let's create a taunt debuff. All right,
no way. They're never going to make a.
Like I'm going to improve the gameplay. All right, let's. Okay,
I mean, they don't even need to call it taunt. They can call it like something else, like I think we talked about this before, something raid, where it's like a.
Well, the provoke
or something, or whatever,
So what I think they could do, is they could make it a debuff, right? Mm-hmm. And to where it's like it applies, so that way you have the ability to counteract it on your team on defense, where you could have like debuff immunity and it would block it, rather than like you just get it, which I think debuff immunity already blocks some of these taunts. If I've heard correctly, I haven't tested it, and I will test it for the next episode and talk about it. But I'm pretty sure I've heard that it does. So, on top of that, so if it's a debuff, right, it would then apply to the enemy team as a debuff. That way, it could interact in different ways to get moved back over by Ultraman. All the things with debuffs.
Okay.
Now, what it should be on top of it too is now that you've applied that debuff taunt, you should then, because it's a debuff, be able to ignore it. Right?
Oh.
So like say if debuff gets applied to character 3 on the enemy team and you wanted to attack character 1, you should still be able to attack character 1.
But wait, ignore the taunt? Then I don't understand. That doesn't make sense to me.
So it then work as a debuff for things like Croc, who does attacks against people that have taunt. It would still work in that way.
It would have to be different.
It wouldn't be imposing upon your team, because the problem right now with the fact that your team applies taunt to the other team is it then pigeonholes you into attacking that character, which is the problem. So this, in theory, would solve the problem of you still being able to attack anybody else you want, but then still get the benefit of Man-Bat applies more to taunts.
Okay, all right.
Killer Croc random attacks taunts.
Okay.
Stuff like that.
The toons that benefit from enemy taunts will still get their benefits, but okay.
Yeah,
all right,
but it doesn't hamper you attacking the enemy team in the way that you want. You know what I mean? So, which I think it would just be an interesting way that they could make it better.
Like a false taunt or something.
It'd be like a false taunt. Like it's you could even do like for whatever reason, you could be suggested taunt or something. So it's like the way what Steel and Jericho are doing are saying, hey, we should attack that guy or whatever. You know what I mean? In the lore of the game. Like instead of them saying like, oh, only attack that guy.
Right.
So
the boy had his hand up.
Yeah.
So it could apply it to, say, an invisible toon.
Yeah.
Which
that's a way it would be beneficial as well. Yeah. Okay. Which then you could still say if that's Cassandra and you're like, no, that's going to kill me. You could still then just attack,
not choose
Lex
to do it,
or whatever. Whoever else is on the team.
But yeah, that's Steel. I haven't played with Steel. I watched a rundown. I was watching Rundown stream today, and he's pushing in Siege, and he has Steel. He's all Kryptonian Superman, all the lore. He loves it. But I was watching him, and Steel did fine. Like there's so many other characters you wish you would rather have inside. Like, oh, you don't have Cruz? Oh, like instead of Steel, put Cruz in. Instead of Steel, put anyone else in. Really, any of the other bonus toons. But from what I saw, Steel did fine. Like he wasn't there to do damage. He was there like for the shielding. He was there for the stun. From watching, he did fine. Like he did okay. I wasn't very impressed with him, but I didn't watch him and think, oh my God, Steel's hurting you. Like he didn't hurt the team. The only way you could say he's hurting the team is if you could have had a better toon in that spot. But that goes with a lot of characters. There's always like a better option, But I don't know. Steel, I'm not big on Steel. I'm not going to gear him up. I don't know. I really, really don't like the idea of being forced, those forced taunts. I think I would hate if I'm in a match and I have to attack someone when I didn't want to. But Eradicator, again, I've seen some videos of Eradicator. I thought he seemed fine. I heard some first impressions where he wasn't very good. I think Hate Mail today in stream talked about that Burger loves Eradicator. Like,
Burger has like Eradicator like RB2.
RB2. But when I read the kits when they came out, I thought Eradicator sounded great. Boy, you've probably seen more videos than me. What have you been hearing, or would you see about Eradicator? Oh my God, here he goes. What is it?
You just gonna dump this entire month in the trash or what?
He really is. I don't
understand. He's fine. Honestly, his character model is probably one of the best looking character models, both legendary and basic skins that they've released.
His basic is really good though.
His basic is really clean.
Yeah,
it's like real clean. So, yeah, he's fine. Like,
you know what I think is going on? I'm thinking about it right now. What I think really is going on is the boy is being seduced by DC Battle Arena right now, and he doesn't like DC Legends right now. I really don't think he does.
No, it's not. It's not that. It's not that. I just don't. This month it hasn't like. There's no wow in this month.
When I played with Zod, I was literally saying wow, like wow, Zod's that good.
Like last month, Starfire was a wow.
Yeah, she is wow.
Right. Terra was a wow.
Yeah, Zod's wow.
Like, no, Zod's.
I think Zod and Ultraman are still in that category. But Eradicator, I haven't seen very much on him because I haven't been paying attention in the chats that I would be able to see him in. And so I can't even really remember his kit off the top of my head right now. But the one thing I do want to say here is we don't need meta-defining characters month after month.
Yeah, you don't.
It's okay to get just good characters injected into the meta. Like, it expands the meta out to where it's like Zod is a solution. Now, he doesn't always kill Barda, but he can, right? Or it's like, Ultraman can take care of Aswell in certain scenarios. So it's like, that's good because it doesn't need to be the solution, just as long as it is a solution. Because then that expands what you see and makes the game more fun. Having a closed meta is not fun. When I don't get to mess around and try out different teams because I have to worry about the same thing over and over and over again, and I only know of like 3 teams that actually counter it, that's annoying, right? But it's like if teams are open enough to where I can use whatever characters, that's good. So it's like if we get meta-defining characters month after month after month, then you don't get a chance to really mess around and play with other characters, right? And so it's like, I just think it's a good thing that like they're not like breaking the meta.
No, I agree.
With this month,
well, you don't need Azraels and Black Flash every month. You don't.
Yeah.
But Zod Ultraman great, Steel not looking that great. Eradicator, I'm still very much up in the air about him. I don't know. I'm hoping to see him more in action and hope to get more, stuff.
I think he looks great.
Yeah, he looks amazing.
Guess what? If you run him with Lex, he's really good.
Then there you go. That's all I need to hear. That's all I need to hear. I love Lex. RB4 Lex.
Yeah, as far as my review for the month, I think Zod and Ultraman are good. Steel, I am not impressed with, but I am impressed with them on a lower level account. It's nice to have a guaranteed stun that soon, because it's on his 3, so you get it at like 2-star. But
just play Kilowog.
Yeah, if I can only get my hands on Kilowog.
Yeah, you don't have Kilowog.
Yeah. So again, lower level account, and then Eradicator, I think he looks good as far as like actual looks. Like his non-legendary skin looks good, so does his legendary, and I'm hoping he's good because I want to use him. And he is a character that it's like he's one of those ones where it's like I've always thought he's a cool character. I don't like love that character. Like most of my knowledge of him comes from Superman Rebirth when he was like in the first arc,
right?
From Mossie's run, and that's about it. So I like him from that. So I'm hoping he's good in the game, so I can use him for like a month and then put him away and never use him again. So that's typically what I do.
If you don't watch my stream, or you probably do, if you're, I mean, I don't know how many people. I wonder what the crossover is. Some people that watch the stream to listen to podcasts. But again, if you don't watch
Most of the people that watch our streams,
if you don't watch my stream regularly, you'll know that in the last 10 months I've been doing Siege, and I'm saying the last 3 months I've been really doing Siege in the sense of buying all the characters, like getting all the characters geared up. And I've been giving, like, I have people message me sometimes talking about, like, who should they take up, blah, 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 blah. And I kind of give them the same advice I give a lot of people that are G10 thinking about jumping to G11. I tell them, stop expanding your roster right now. Like, if you're G10, G10F, stop expanding your roster and just pick core essential tunes, which you have. Take those G11, and then that gets your ball rolling. That gives you more rewards, and then you can start getting the G11s month after month. And I'm taking this month free to play, and I'm going to try to listen to that own advice, because I've been thinking about, like, about 6 or 7 months ago, maybe 6 months ago, I talked about, man, I want to take all my characters to level 80. But what's been happening is I've been taking, like, so many new character or Siege characters level 80 that
useless characters.
Yeah, some useless characters. Like my Blue Beetle's level 80. Like
Kid Flash is level 80.
Kid Flash I like. I really like
Flash
it.
is good.
I like it.
I like
I
Kid
was
Flash.
very impressed with Kid Flash. I thought his ability
Last
to
Siege,
shut
I had a lot of
down-
little impressive characters that a lot of people think
his
are bad.
ability to shut down a tune with his basic is amazing. Anyways, but besides that, I'm just saying I'm going to try to follow that advice, because I'm going free to play this month in Siege. I'm not trying to push at all. My goal is to not spend a single gem on energy, but I'm hoping what I can do. Huh? What did you say?
I said, unless it's a rage buy.
Unless it's a rage buy. I hope I don't have any rage bars. But I'm hoping that I can take my tunes now and just take them more up to level 80. Because I was just noticing my roster the other day. I'm like, God, I thought how many gems it's going to take
Jessica
me to
Cruz
do it.
needs to go to level 80.
She is level 80. The boy, come on. You don't watch my stream.
Did I miss that? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you don't watch my stream. I immediately took her 80.
I do watch your stream.
I don't know. You missed something pretty big recently. I can't remember what it was. I don't know. But I'm just saying, if you're a G10 player out there and you're thinking like, oh, what should I do to go G11? Or I can't go G11, because I always feel like a lot of the G10 and a half players or G10 players says they can't go G11 because they don't have the resources, but then they have 90 G10 characters. It's like, well, you could have had 20 G11 characters and been in a better spot. And then every month because you can get a G11, 2 G11s a month. I think free to play.
Easy.
I think free to play too. I know for sure one a month, but I'm almost certain it's 2. And if you're in a good alliance, it could easily be 3 as well. But I don't know.
Yeah.
That's
See, for me, I use the Siege bonus characters as my list of who to upgrade. Because I'm taking everybody level 80 L5. So I'm now at the point where I have most of the roster level 80. I only have 42 characters that are not level 80. So I mean, basically, whenever they show up, and 3 of those this month, no, 4 of them actually this month are all Siege characters, which is Mara, Eradicator, Steel, and Arrow Dude, whatever his name is, Arsenal.
I just realized
my dog is literally named after him. I just called him Arrow Dude. Okay.
I just realized not that long ago, maybe like a week or 2 ago, that I have more than half the tunes G11. I thought that was a big deal for me, because I remember so long ago when I first started like streaming, I was like kind of doing what I was doing with like 20 characters, super limited roster. My roster is still pretty limited. I'm missing half the tunes, but less than half the tunes, but I'm pretty good.
I will say real quick, I do actually agree with what you were talking about though, because I realized what I said was almost contradictory to what you were saying. That's just with my roster.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I totally agree, because Sparky Solid, who is in 1500 and my friend and everything, he's wanting to go up to gear 11, so I've been telling him how to do it, right? And I'm just like, you got to just basically just take a select amount. If we actually went through and made a list of who he should take gear 11.
Right. And then take them up, and that lasts you for a good while. You really don't need much. You have Darkseid, Superwoman there. Your raids are set. Throw some Hippo in there. You get Lex, you get Manhunter, you get Black Flash, you get Azrael. You get some, I don't know, some Terra
Arcus.
now. Arcus, obviously.
Yeah.
And then you can literally, Red Hood, Red Robin.
Yeah, he was doing Red Hood because
Brainiac.
he has a He has an L4 Red Hood.
Like
so
you get those, and then you're literally set. You know, obviously if you're a new
Cheetah
player,
Manhunter. I don't know if
yeah,
you said those, but yeah, Cheetah Manhunter.
I mean, you could not go Cheetah. If
Cheetah
you have
helps
Manhunter.
him.
Yeah,
I
she does
just,
help.
but
Yeah.
I'm biased. So
I mean, I have a Rebirth 2 Cheetah. I would like to take her higher.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, she has, you know, when you want to get those greens at quick kill. But I don't know. It's just like, there's a lot of players out there that I get kind of not annoyed when people ask for help. I love when people ask for help, but I do get annoyed hearing, oh, I don't have the resources. But then again, they have like 90 G10 characters. And I'm like, well, obviously, like you don't need all those characters, you know.
I will say it's good to plan ahead in this game,
yeah.
right? Like this game definitely, and it also, if you set yourself goals and you complete those, it feels good.
Yeah.
To where it's like what you were talking about when you realized you had half of the roster.
Yeah.
Gear 11.
I was like, wow.
See, for me, for the longest time, my goal was getting everybody gear 10, the entire roster. That's more of a whale goal, but you know, still, it was like get everybody gear 10. I got everybody gear 10. I felt great about it. Then I started getting everybody gear 11, got everybody gear 11, felt great about it. Right. Well, first it was getting everybody 70, so I could take them gear 11. Right. And then after that, it was ringing everybody. That one felt amazing when I got everybody ringed, and I didn't have to. I don't worry about rings anymore. Like
That's
I passively
nice.
get enough blue rings to bring up the new characters every time.
Question.
Like between raids and everything. So
Completely out of the blue question. But who was your first legendary character? Do you remember?
yes, Batgirl.
Batgirl? The boy, who was your first
Yes.
legendary character? Not rebirth, like legendary. Like you.
I don't know.
I'm.
I can tell you who the first character I spent money on was.
Who was that?
Red Hood.
Red Hood. I think I remember my first character was Green Lantern. Hal Jordan. Like Hal Jordan. It was.
Probably. It was
Yeah.
probably Green Lantern.
I remember.
Nope. I know who mine was.
Who was it?
John Stewart.
John Stewart was your first legendary character.
Yep.
When did you wait?
Hey,
When
John
did you
Stewart
start
wasn't
playing?
bad back in the day.
I
boy-
started playing when the game came out.
Okay, when the game came out. And Kossi, same for
I
you?
started in Aquaman month. So, or no, I started in Batgirl month. So when Batgirl came out, Batgirl and Robin, I think, were the ones for that month, right? Because Aquaman, Mara, and Siren were the next month afterwards. And I remember specifically what I did is I bought enough Batgirl to go legendary, and I was able to go like legendary 1 or 2. And I had bought enough to go legendary 4. And this is literally my first month of playing the game, right? And this was back, like, let's take everybody back for a second. They didn't have no like $100, you get 250 shards,
Yeah.
25,000 gems. You had to buy 25,000 gems. Actually, it was 24,000 gems at the time. Remember? It used to not be 25,000 gems, if everybody remembers that, unless I'm remembering it wrong.
I never bought those packs.
I think the packs.
It used to be 24,000 gems for $100.
Well, you still get 25,000 gems for $100, but
No,
the $100
24,000. It was 24,000.
But it used to be just shards, right?
No, so what it was just gems. So you bought the gems, right? And then you had to take those gems, and then you had to buy the shards in the 8K packs, right?
That's right.
So
That's right.
and so you would buy enough shards to get to like whatever. Then you'd have to buy more gems to go get them gear. And so, which like just sounds crazy compared to now, right? So we're talking tons of money. But Batgirl, like, for me, just in DC Comics, everybody thinks Cassandra is like my favorite character. Cassandra was one of the characters that I put on a list of I would go crazy for if they came out, because characters like Red Hood, Nightwing, and Batgirl were already in the game.
Mm-hmm.
See, Red Hood, Nightwing, and Batgirl, specifically Barbara Gordon, Batgirl, and then they're like my favorite characters in all of DC. And so Batgirl specifically is one of my favorites. So when I saw that there was this pack in the store for her, I bought a ton of it. Well, that's how I got around to having a ton of both Mara, Siren, and Aquaman. Is if you remember, which they still do, the 8K packs come with like 1,000 legendary essence.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know how to get legendary essence. So how I got enough legendary essence to go L4 with Batgirl was by buying Aquaman, Mara, and Siren packs.
Okay, thank you.
Constantly.
Hold on.
So
I thought you were about to say something 1,000 times worse, that you spent 7K gems on 10K legendary.
no, I spent like 8K gems for 100 shards and 1,000 legendary essence 25 times to get enough for Batgirl to go from L3 to L4. Or yeah. So,
How?
but
Okay, wait. So, Kasi, you got your first legendary character your first month of playing, right? The
yes.
boy. When? How?
To be honest, I don't remember. I remember that Jon Stewart was the first one because I didn't spend anything until the Red Hood came out. That's when I started like putting money in. But I remember specifically that there was a pack that came out, and before Gear 11 came out, Jon Stewart was like
Jon Stewart was
king.
no man. His AOE
Yeah,
annihilated
like he
everyone.
was king at Gear 10. And I just remember winning so many matches because he would get the death immunity and the buffs, and he would just take over and just dominate. I remember specifically a pack came out, and it was like Hal Jordan. It was 3 Green Lanterns. It was Hal Jordan, Jon Stewart, and then whatever the other. Was there another Green Lantern? It was out early. Wasn't Medfill Cruz like the first month that we had?
The first month.
First month was Harley Quinn, Joker, Deadshot.
That's when I joined.
Medfill, Cruz, and Arcus were January of 2017. The game
like the
started in November of 2018.
So Arcus was out with Cruz and yeah.
So
okay.
Now look at it because I have the history right here.
I think it was a pack with you got 3 of the 5 lanterns available, and I just like bought a bunch of them and then brought Jon Stewart up and started playing.
See, what's funny for me is kind of put in your head how much money I had to spend to do what I did, right? So the next month was, Siren Aquaman, Mara. That's when I spent all that money just to do all that, right? Then Poison Ivy, Killer Frost, and Katana came out. And I remember I got most of them except for Katana. I don't think I got Katana. Or no, it was Killer Frost I didn't get, right? And then the very next month was the month I quit. Because that was the month with Captain Cold, Reverse Flash, and Hippolyta. And if you guys remember, Captain Cold's event was horrible.
I don't remember what was bad about that.
Josh, were you playing back then?
I was playing. I played almost at launch. I played like a week after the game launched.
Captain Cold, literally, they had like, what was it, like 6 characters you could use in the entire event? 6 or 8 characters. And most of them were the ones that came out that month.
Oh,
specifically Reverse Flash, it was available to buy.
I probably remember all the hoopla about it, but I was in the thing where like I didn't get a lot of those characters because I never bought any packs. I never buy any. I never spent gems in the shop. I barely had any gems. I just remember it took me so long. I remember when I first got my full team of rank 5 characters. I had all characters ranked. Well, no, not all characters. 4 toons for one team. I remember I had my first time I had a full team of rank 5. And then I remember when I got Hal Jordan Legendary, I was so pumped about that because his hammer could stun. I think that was, and I needed that so bad. But like, I just see my game experience is so wildly different from your guys's because you guys got legendaries very quickly, right?
Well, see, here's the thing that happened for me in that Captain Cold month, right? So I spent tons of money on all these characters, right? I didn't spend a lot during the Poison Ivy Killer Frost month, right? And then Captain Cold comes out, and like you got to remember, this is the time like Flash season whatever just started, like season 2, season 1, something like that. Arrow's out, right? Like this is, the heyday of all these shows. So I'm like, I want Captain Cold, I want Reverse Flash, like so bad. So I get Reverse Flash, and I buy enough to get Legendary 3. Or no, I was Legendary 2, right? And I'm bringing him up, and I'm like bankrupting my gems, right? My dogs are growling at each other. Hey.
It's always funny watching Constantly on video.
Sorry, they're like growling at each other or something. I don't know. Anyways, so I basically bankrupt my gems to go, not Gear 11, but like, I think it was like Gear 8 or Gear 9 to try and get the Captain Cold event done. Doesn't work. I hit a brick wall. Don't get it done, right? Then I buy more Reverse Flash because I'm like, that'll solve it. Nope. I'm like, oh, I need more Kaga shards. So Kaga was available in it, right? Play a ton of PvP, pull a bunch of packs, get more Kaga, bring up Kaga. I had to bring like 3 characters that I had never used up, all the way up to like Gear 8, Gear 9 at the time. Still couldn't complete Captain Cold's event. I just said screw it and walked away from the game because I had like spent like literally like almost my entire paycheck for that week just on trying to get this Captain Cold event done, and I couldn't get it done.
You're wild.
And so I left, and then I came back. Lobo month. So when they brought out Gear 11, which was Lobo, Vixen, Deathstroke, and that was when they did the first rework of like Deathstroke and Harley Quinn and all that.
I mean, like for me, like I think about having how long it took me to get legendary characters, and I just think my friend would tease me that my friend I had a friend that played the game, and he would tease me that I would always sound like an old man because I'm like, you don't understand. Back in the day, you didn't get legendary characters. Like right now, when a new character comes out, a free to play character, sure, get them L3, L4. Why not? Free.
Yep.
Like nothing. It's nothing. You can do it and the first day of a character's event, if you can complete the event, boom, L2, like just instantly. Like
L1.
Is it L1?
Oh, yeah.
It's just crazy. Yeah. Like I remember it took me so long to get Hal Jordan. I think the only way I got Hal Jordan is I had to farm his nodes. I had to play his nodes over and over again, and like every day, and I finally got him. It took me I want to say it took me months to get a legendary characters, and you guys over here get them like a day. Wildly different experiences, but new players are just so wildly different these days as well. Like I don't know. I don't know.
It was a completely different game.
It was a completely different game. Completely different game back in the day. And it's crazy now. But I would not want to be a new player now. Not because I don't think it's great for new players. It's just there's so many characters now that stuff like that overwhelms me, that there's that many characters. Like,
see, it's one of those things where it's like I almost want to start another, just like 3 months down the line, start another alternate account just to see what it's like. Yeah. Because I feel like I got cheated in the fact that like I got my 120,000 gems, right, from doing like the raid Tapjoy, and then literally went into the store and there was a pack of Azrael like limited to 5, and I was like, buy, and I have an L2 or L3 Azrael on my like alternate account. So,
like I was saying earlier in the episode, I was telling the that other player that plays the other DC game that I'm playing, DC Battle Arena, that there's 160 characters.
Is it that many now?
I think it's that many. I think Uncanny said there were 160 characters, and he was shocked. He was like, "That's so many characters, right?"
Isn't that like nothing compared to like Raid and like Star Wars and all that too? Like, isn't it?
But Raid is a little different on that. I think it's more than Star Wars, but like
I think it's more.
The thing you gotta understand about Raid is like is you know from doing like the thing you had to do. A lot of them are just throwaways.
Yeah, right,
like a lot of them.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, like Zod and Ultraman throwaways.
No,
but yeah, it's true. Like if I were a new player now, you can get characters legendary right away for sure. You get gems thrown at you every month. Like it's your ability to be free to play in this game is very good, but I just think it'd be very hard to play as a new player now. But the only way I would maybe even consider being a new player is if I only farmed the campaign toon characters, because they can bang with the best of them. Yeah, you know, they can get out there. They can hold their own.
If you do a referral code, you literally get like 6,000 or 7,000 gems, and you get R5 Batman.
Yeah, right off the bat.
No, you get L1 Batman.
Yeah,
it's R5. Batman. It's R5. I literally just made an alt account. It's R5.
It's 250 or 300 shards.
It's R.
I thought it was 300 shards.
Yeah, it's 300. I think.
Oh wait, you know what? No, my Batman is L1. My Batman is L1.
L1. Yeah.
This is costly. Damn it, costly.
Look, I'm almost
look what you've done. Look what you've done. The boy, right? Someone edit this out. Edit this out. We can't let the boy run it. We'll edit this out.
You need someone to edit this out. You mean I'm going to be the one that edits
edit that out in post. But yeah, like it's just I don't know. Like
no, I'm gonna let him have it. I'm not gonna edit it out because like the nightmare clip has been shared around enough times that the boy deserves a layup.
Hey, no, listen, guys. I ain't even gonna lie to you. The nightmare clip's the #1 clip in DC history. So
I just think
I ain't even gonna lie to you.
As a new player, you get so much thrown at you. But again, there's a lot. Like there's so many comps now that you would run into
that you wouldn't be
that you wouldn't be able to beat at all, like at all. But again,
like at all.
But again, I mean, if you farm those campaign characters, like I've done the campaign toon challenge several times.
If you get Cheetah and Flash, guess what? You can beat Manhunter Black.
And my campaign toon challenge doesn't use Arcus, and you can get Arcus from Red Alerts. You know what? Maybe the new players have it way too easy. How are people?
They do.
Oh my god!
Look,
now that I'm thinking about it, now that I'm thinking about it, new players have it all.
Fine.
They have it all. How are they losing? I don't get it. I don't know. Now, you know what? No more complaining, new players. Oh my god.
I will say though, I know it's been a year or so since they've done it. We do need another Red Alerts update.
Oh, refresh. Yeah, as long as
put some more shards in there.
Until I finish getting all my Arcus, then yes, they can do it. Like I need my Arcus shards. But they do. They honestly.
Or I know this would be crazy to do. Campaign expansion. You know,
Well, it's coming July. End of July, we're gonna have chapter beyond chapter G12's coming and more campaigns coming. End of July.
Yeah. Okay, I'll believe it when I see it.
What I will say is, you know what they should do with we're almost done here, but what I will say with the Red Alerts, it should be seasonal. Every 3 months, change it.
Yeah.
That's enough. If you want, like, you could literally run the events 2 times a day, every day for 3 months, and you'd get like legendary, 2 or 3 or something. I don't know how it works. I don't know how the shards work, but I don't know.
That's a way they could do it.
Yeah, they could.
Freshen it up a little bit. There's a lot of stuff they could do to freshen.
There's so many characters that you just are unable to get.
Speaking of freshening up things in the game, what are we doing or we, as in Josh, doing to freshen up different parts of the game, specifically Wraith? What have you got going on?
Hang on, wait, what's happening? I feel like I'm missing a joke right now.
Oh
my god! Tournament of Legends.
I'm gonna go see what they were growling at.
Tournament of Legends. The boy, you got the Tournament of Legends coming up. I totally forgot.
My man's doesn't even know about his own tournament.
We're gonna make a post. I'm writing up the post. The post will be up tomorrow. I want to send that to you, boy, and I'm making a new rule sheet so people can read. But the Tournament of Legends is coming up. My goodness gracious, it's coming up. It's been 3 months.
3 months.
It's been 3 months, and that's by design too. By the way, that's by design. So if you want to join the Tournament of Legends, it's free to join. There'll be a prize again. I'm sure we'll do a prize again, right, boy? Yeah, we'll do a prize again. And that is by design because I didn't want this tournament to be every month. And then who cares if you win the Tournament of Legends? I'll try next month. No, you get you get 4 tries a year.
Prestigious award.
Yeah. Honestly,
only 4 winners a year.
If I could make it once a year, I would, but I don't want it to be that long. I want to do it more often. Like, I do think once every 3 months, once a season, get your shot. You get one shot, and you may not even make it out of qualifiers. Like,
or one opportunity.
Yeah, don't miss your chance to blow.
Seize everything you ever wanted.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, I'm excited for the Tournament of Legends. It is coming up. It'll be July 13th. That's when it starts. Again, like last time, a lot of people were worried about it, but it ended up being very simple to do. Is make a Twitch account, and then you can use Twitch's built-in streaming software that's there. You just press go live with Twitch, or you can use Streamlabs, and this can all be done from your phone. You don't need to do a camera. You don't need to do a mic. You don't need overlays. All you need to do is press record. And that's it. You play your matches. It saves the file for you, and that allows us to go back and look at it. It's extremely easy to do. So if you're thinking, I want to do this Tournament of Legends, but I don't want to have people watch me, that's not a factor. The only reason we have you do Twitch is just because it records the match for you, and that way you don't have to like send us a video file and all this, and it's only a big file. You just press record. Twitch saves it for you. Just make sure you have it set to Twitch to save your past broadcasts. It's one option. It's really simple to do in the settings, and that's it. And then you're good to go for the Tournament of Legends. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of if you watch the Tournament of Legends that we did, the live stream we did, it was a lot of fun. It was very exciting. That could be you. You could win a prize. We've only had one winner so far, and hey, Tournament of Legends, where legends are made.
And they're made. Gear up because it's ready.
Yeah, I was going over the rules. I was typing up right now, and because I think the last time they were saying like, oh, open it up to the top 5,000. Or
Yes.
which I am going to do. But they also said, oh, but if you're G10, G10 and a half, top 5,000 is a cakewalk. So I think what I was talking to some people, they said, oh, what it should be is if you're G11, you're allowed to do top 5,000. But if you're G10 and a half or lower, you have to be top 1,500.
Okay.
I think that's when they said it was because, you know, at G10 and a half, if you go in the top 1,500, you are going to get the G11 teams. But if you're G10 and a half in the top 5,000, you get baby teams. You don't get the big boys that we're trying to get you to get. Like if I'm in the top 5,000, I'm running into the Lobos, the Lutes, the Burgers. I'm running into the Twins. You know, I'm running into the big boys. But if you're a G10 and a half in the top 5,000, you're not running into those. You're getting like little baby.
The costlies and the little other ones.
Yeah, just the babies. But that's coming up. Again, the full rules will be out. Small tweaks need to be made. Revive characters are going to be making their first appearance in the tournament. You're going to be able to use a revive character limited. Don't plan on, you know, reviving. But we definitely want to allow, as a test run for the first time, maybe next tournament, we can do a more expanded revive abilities. But for now, it'll be probably one revive per character. If they die twice, then it counts as a lost toon. But we're just testing it out because I am just afraid of the Tournament Legends becoming a revive centered, tournament. Because honestly, I feel like if revives, like in Siege, if revive toons didn't count as a star loss, I think you'd be seeing White Lantern Sinestro all day in Siege, all day.
To an extent, but then you'd also see a rise of people like Red Hood, and
sure, yeah,
you'd see a lot of counters to it as well.
But it's just
one of those things where it's like a lot of people think it would shake up the meta in the wrong way. I think it would actually revitalize the meta.
You think it would?
Because you would get a lot more characters injected into the meta.
I mean, a lot more characters, but I mean, it would really just be the heal immune characters. It would be Red Hood. It would be Huntress.
It's one of the solutions I think that's possible. I think it's one of the solutions that is actually a possible solution to speed meta. Is I don't care if Black Flash kills me if my characters come back and then like retaliate against him because
you'll care when he kills you, and then turns you down again and then just keeps.
Yeah, but there are characters that you can like make characters come back and there's ways to
there's ways to. But yeah, that'll be the tester for the Tournament Legends. It'll be one revive, so you can bring your Swamp Things, your Circes, your White Lanterns. But you're not going to be able to just sit there and have them get killed over and over again. But again, I'm totally open for maybe the next tournament to see how it goes. This is the tester for it, but because I thought the tournament ran really well last time. I thought it ran smooth, ran well.
It was nice. I
was able to watch the entire thing because I got knocked out the first round. So
but look for that. Look for the Reddit post. I'll post it in some other Discord channels. So I'll have DeBoy take care of that. Post it in Discord channels and get the word out, maybe on Facebook or wherever DC groups are. We'll get it out there. But that's big. I'm very excited for that. June 13th will be the official round, day one of the first round. You have the 13th, the 14th, and 15th to get your matches completed. So you have 3 days in July. Oh, July. You have 3 days to get your matches done, and it will be fun. I'm excited for it. But let's wrap it up, guys. It's good to be back.
Yeah.
More episodes to come.
Good to be back.
Yeah. We'll talk more. We'll do more stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, I like it.
We didn't forget about the fact that we said we were going to be doing more episodes and stuff. We just don't have anything to announce.
We're going to do more. We're going to do more episodes. A psych.
Yeah.
Take 2 months off.
but yeah, so that's all coming in the future. We may even have guests more often and stuff. We'll see what happens.
It'll be fun. No. All right. Well, that's it for me. See you guys later. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out. Bye,
Play
everybody.
DC Battle Arena.
Oh, yeah, I guess. Bye.
Thank you for watching the Crime Alley Cast. Hit the like button and tell us what you thought of this episode in the comments below. And click the bell to never miss a future episode. If you want to catch us on the go, check out the audio version of the podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Spotify, and Podbean. Each of the hosts are also available live streaming DCL and other games throughout the week, and be sure to drop by and say hello. Links will be in the description below, and I'll see you next time.